What's going on, guys? It's Vintage Bride here, and today we're going to do a review on the Air Jordan 5 UNC. Now, right out of the box, this shoe catches eyes. Now, this Air Jordan 5 UNC drops this Saturday, March 4th for a retail price of $225, and it's going to be a tough shoe to get. These UNC colorways always sell out and they're always a problem to get, so be prepared to have to do some extra work to get your hands on this pair. Let's talk about what's going on here. UNC. It stands for University of North Carolina, which is where the legendary player Michael Jordan played his college basketball years from 1981 to 1984 as a North Carolina Tar Heel, which of course was his last season right before getting chosen third overall in the 1984 NBA draft by the Chicago Bulls. Now, what makes the UNC colorway so special is not only that it pays homage to the Jordan college years with the Tar Heels, but the silhouettes that wear this colorway are usually inspired by player-exclusive shoes. Player-exclusive shoes are shoes that are given to the athletes that play on the University of North Carolina as current athletes. These shoes are very hard to come across. They go for thousands of dollars and usually are very similar to what gets released to the public, with the exception that they usually have the university logo on the tongue or on the back of the shoe. Now, when a player-exclusive shoe is released to the public, they usually make a couple of alterations. They do not put the university's logos on them, but they do put this patch. This patch usually is a good indication that that shoe was based off of a athlete player exclusive and usually makes these shoes resell for a lot of money, but nowhere near as much as the player exclusive, of course. Now, I did pay resale for this shoe. I got them when I was out in LA, and I think I paid like $350, which was market at the time, so it was a fair price. I bought them at a store called Bottom Bunk, which I mentioned in my last video, so if you haven't checked that out, definitely go ahead and click up here to watch that video. But yeah, when you take these out of the box, this is going to be a very eye-catching shoe for you. As I'm taking a look at it, the materials are pretty nice on it. It has a nice nubuck all across the entire upper, and if I rub my finger across it very subtly, you can see the trail get left behind, so that's always nice. But it does feel like a material that if it even gets wet once, it will completely ruin this shoe and will make you not want to wear it. As far as the shoe goes, it's very simple. I love the colorway. I have the Air Jordan 5 Raging Bull. This is kind of just the opposite. Now, as for the colorway on this shoe, I love the way they applied the UNC blue across all the uppers. The nubuck is really nice to feel across your fingers. And I like that on the shark teeth, they put little speckles of UNC blue on there to kind of give it a bit of a different look compared to other Air Jordan 5s. Of course, the Air Jordan 5 still sports the 3M tongue, so if you put flash on this tongue here, it's going to be reflective. And one thing that I really like about this shoe is the interior sock liner. The sock liner of the shoe has a really nice premium feel to it. The design that it has follows the entire interior of the shoe as well as the back of the tongue, and it's really nice. With these UNC colorways, they tend to give you better materials than they give you on general releases for any other colorways, so being able to have that material on the sock liner and on the sole of the shoe really makes it feel a little more premium and a little bit more worth the money. Now, the one thing I hate about this shoe that I really still can't understand why they would do it this way, because they did it like that on the UNC 6, is the back tab on the heel. The fact that there's not a Jordan sign or a Nike Air sign on this heel tab, like on every other pair of Jordans, to me sucks. I like seeing the Jordan on here. This kind of kills the vibe, kills the subtleness of the shoe. So to me, having that tag is just a big bummer. But it doesn't take away entirely from the shoe. I still think that it's a really nice application of the colors. Just really wish they would have hid this tag a little bit better. Oh, and another nice touch on these Air Jordan 5s is that behind the tongue, it actually says the word soul in one shoe and heart on the other. Usually on Air Jordan 5s, it actually says Air Jordan here. So it's a really nice touch to put these shoes separate from the rest of the pack. Now, on foot, these grab attention every time you put them on. The UNC blue, of course, makes them stand out, but most Air Jordan 5s already look good on foot, especially with the shark teeth hanging off on the side. Now, the Air Jordan 5 is not the first Jordan silhouette to go ahead and sport the UNC colorway. As you can see, there are 5 other sneakers that I personally have in my collection that sport these colorways. Now, of course, everybody's familiar with the Air Jordan 1, so of course they had to do the UNC colorway on this Air Jordan 1. And now, this is not the only Air Jordan 1 that has the UNC colorway. There's actually one other one that was released a couple of years ago, but it's a little expensive. I personally don't have it in my collection. So we're just going to use this one for the sake of this video. And there is another one that's dropping later on this year. And of course, when that one drops, I will be doing a review on it also. Now, my personal favorite is the Air Jordan 3 UNC. This was the first UNC inspired colorway that I was able to get my hands on for retail. Matter of fact, I think I got this shoe while I was at work. My mom pulled in the extra shift to go ahead and wait in line to get these first come first serve at Foot Locker. So without my mom, I wouldn't have this shoe for retail. So shout out to you, Mom. But this is my favorite. I love how simple it is. I love the application of the colors on the shoe. Now, of course, this is based off of player exclusive. So on the player exclusive, right here would be the UNC Tar Heel logo. But I love how simple it is. And one of my favorite touches, which you're going to see that the other shoes don't follow this tradition, they put the tag that I was talking about in the insole. So it just keeps the shoe as original as possible without changing anything on the aspect of the shoe, which is different from how the other shoes are in this collection. Now, another one in the collection is the Air Jordan 4 UNC. Now, I like this shoe. I love the materials that are on this shoe. It reminds me a lot of the Air Jordan 4 White Cement. My biggest downside to this shoe is this tag right here. I hate that they added this little thing here. It was just, to me, it's so stupid. Why not just put this in the insole? It's a huge no-no for me on this shoe. But aside from that, it is a really nice colorway. But the materials on this shoe are really nice, which is why they go for a good amount of money. Now, last but certainly not least, the Air Jordan 6 UNC. Now, this shoe, I love this shoe. I think that the color blocking on this shoe is insane. It's just like the Air Jordan 6 Carmine, but in blue. So if you have the Carmine, you're probably gonna have this shoe as well. Of course, the biggest L that they took was putting this tag in the back. The fact that they don't have a Nike Air or an Air Jordan symbol alone right here like all the other sixes is a huge bummer. It's the only thing I don't like about the shoe, because the shoe is honestly really nice. It has some nice blue on it. It even has a navy blue lace lock here, and the sole. The sole is insane on this shoe. I love how they gave it the zigzag patterns that complement the colors that are on the shoe. This, in my opinion, is one of the best iterations of the UNC colorway on any of the Jordan sneakers. But, of course, there's plenty of years to come, plenty of other silhouettes that they can go ahead and put these colors on. So I'm curious as to what else they're going to go with in the future. Now, if I had to take everything into account and rank these, I would probably give them an 8 out of 10. I think that taking into account the colors on the shoe, the materials, and just my personal opinions on the shoe, I think that 8 is a really good score, because I don't love this shoe the most out of all the UNCs, but I do think it's right down the middle. And if I had to rank them against the other UNCs in my personal collection, I would probably put these in the 4th position. Like I said, I don't actually love these the most, but I don't think that they deserve to be straight at the bottom. I just don't wear Air Jordan 5s that much. So I think the 4th position is definitely the best rating I can give it personally for these shoes here. But guys, this has been my review of the UNC Air Jordan 5. Let me know down below in the comments what you think of the shoe, and let me know if you're going to go ahead and grab these on Saturday when they release. This is Vintage Brian, and we'll catch you on the next one.